Okay, so here's the end of the line. There is a front clean out, but we were not able to access it. We tried to locate, couldn't get a good locate on it, so we don't know exactly where it is. Could be buried under some foundation concrete. So we're just doing this inspection through the floor drain. So this is where it ties into the city. From the inner main, that's where the footage is set to, is for the inner main. So it's 87 feet about. Looks like that last joint is PVC or cast iron. That's PVC. That's PVC. And this is PVC in through here as well. And that all looks good. So we will pull back and inspect this sewer line. The chimney's down here for about 3 feet, right before the main. You can see this. That's where it turns downward. So at some point, the city, either the city or the homeowner, replaced this section of pipe. It could have been a utilities project that the city was already tearing up the road and doing other things, and they decided to replace this lateral line. And so under the street it's PVC. I believe it to be 4-inch. And because I didn't see a significant size change through the pipe when there was a material change. We'll just come back to that. So there's where it switches from cast to PVC. And it looks like it does transitions to 6-inch. So this is 4-inch cast iron, and then the last 24, 25 feet to the city is PVC, 6-inch. Looks like a little bit of roots there. And looks, well, the PVC was in good shape. And then this is all cast iron. And that all looks to be in good shape as well. I can't imagine that they've had a backup at all recently, because of the clean out being buried, and then also the stack is behind a soffit, and we didn't want to cut out the drywall to investigate to see if there's even an access on it, the stack. So we cambered it through the floor drain, and that's why I'm sitting kind of on the bottom of the pipe. It's got good pitch out in the yard, and it has good pitch in the inner main.
What does that mean, pitch?
It's like how level it is. So you want the pipe to go downwards, and so that's just another word for it to say that it goes downwards, the pitch.
So it drains.
So it drains
Via the gravity.
Yep, that's right. So, I believe pretty soon here you'll probably see a clean out on the bottom of the screen, even though the camera's upside down right now. It's supposed to be self-leveling, but since I'm going through a floor drain, I can't shake it without damaging the camera to get it to level out again. But there it goes. Okay, so there's like another dip downwards. It was planned. It's not any defect of the pipe. Just show you that again. So after it leaves the house, it dips downward for a spell to give it more depth out in the yard. And they could have done that for a number of reasons. Might have had to get below the frost line so that it doesn't freeze in the winter. And it could have been just to get more pitch or closer to where it ties into the city. A little bit of buildup in some areas in the cast. And so there at the top of your screen, you can see a clean out. Again, I wasn't able to locate it. So it's there. It's probably buried under some concrete somewhere. So if there was to be any trenchless sewer repair or cleaning, that would have to be accessed, or the wall would have to be cut out to see if there's an access on the stack. So this is all inner main in here, in between the floor drain and that access. Pretty straightforward, just a little bit of buildup. A little bit of buildup there. So for any of this to get scraped out, you would have to access the stack and run the machine in through the stack since there's no other access.
How long before a buildup like that might be of concern in terms of letting it go for however many years?
It really depends.
It's not like an imminent. If
It's
you don't
not
clean
an
this out in a year, there's going to be issues.
Yeah, no, it's just build up. It's more for the health of the pipe itself, to keep it from corroding under it, the buildup. So it's more of like a preventative thing at this point. But it doesn't for how old the house is, or at least how old this pipe looks. It's in really good shape. And so that's where the inner main ties in, and then this is just the floor drain that we're accessing it through. So this is an 1.5 inch, maybe 2 inch line, probably a 2 inch line underground. So like I said, there's the access, this floor drain, where the camera inspection was done.